Welcome friends. So just a small disclaimer for today that I did try to avoid automata spoilers in this playthrough. It was impossible. So please be wary of spoilers during this if you haven't played yourself or if you haven't watched a playthrough of automata yet. But that's all I had to say. Thank you so much for watching and let's get back into it. Oh, but I do want to walk around real quick because we haven't really explored this area and we haven't been able to buy anything from these people, but now we can understand them. 6909. I hereby engage in the trading of weapons. Would you like to buy something? Okay, so this Beastbane is always in the shopping district near us. Earthworm's claw? Like my boar? No, they have no way of knowing. They have no way of knowing my boar is earthworm. Y'all, I was like, I gotta go check on my boar. He's been attacked. He's been under assault. Made from the fossil of an ancient beast, it's more unwieldy than most swords, but further forging can help. It says very heavy, and I'm really not a fan of the heavy hitters. I thank you in the name of the rules. Come back soon. Alright, well, if you stop stealing from my boar, then yes, I will come visit you whenever you please. However, Jury is still out if he is safe. So unfortunately, I cannot make that agreement. Oh, wait! Everyone's saying that he's useless, or at least whispering it. Are you in love? You can't say bad things about the prince. Oh! Don't talk to him that way. I mean, actually, I don't know. Maybe he is kind of useless. He did kind of get me in trouble back there. Maybe they're onto something. What is it, by the way? Okay, they're just trading something. Okay, well now I want to know what you're buying. Rely on this item sold here. Whenever something new comes in, I'm the first one to buy it. Oh my god. That's Beanie Baby energy. Okay, let's see what they have. Watermelon! Yes, Yona needed some. I think we'll just buy 3. Why not? I'm curious to buy some others just in case. Like maybe we just keep 2 of... Oh, I'm broke. As long as she doesn't need a melon, yo, we're good. We're set. Okay, let's see. Oh, is that a quest? Hello. Oh, you're not the prince. Would you lend an ear to my problems, traveler?
What's up?
My daughter's birthday is coming up and I want to cook her something special. Parents can't buy the food for their children's birthday feast. Weird.
For something like this? Of course.
Oh. 10?
I think you'll need to be more specific.
Roll 27,229. When sending someone on an errand, you cannot state the name of the item you want them to buy.
That's a crazy rule. But if I manage to figure it out, I'll be sure to bring it to you.
These rules are absolutely preposterous.
Preposterous.
That person cannot even tell us what they wish us to purchase. Never in my life have I seen such foolishness.
It's no big deal.
Come now, this must bother you.
Frockworm,
Sure,
I love
a
you.
little. But I trust they have a reason for it, even if we don't understand.
That is a very broad-minded thing to say. Are you feeling well?
That was almost a compliment.
It really wasn't. It wasn't. Who's gonna tell him? Okay, so she asked for 10 striped watermelon food. Oh. I can't afford 10 of them? Lady! Oh my god. Are you gonna pay me? Back for the watermelons? Yikes. A rule that says a parent can't buy the food for their own kid's feast kind of just sounds like a parent forgot. Like, the king forgot about the prince's birthday one year and was like, Don't you know? It's against the rules for me to do that. You don't want me to break the rules, do you? Crystal, clay, amber, wool, and wolf hide. Why am I looking at material? I'm broke. I cannot afford these things. However, I do want a surfboard. Can you please take me to the surfboard salesman? What is that, Strange Thing store? Take me to your finest surfboardist, please. Thank you. I'm doing nothing but wreaking havoc in this village. It's fine. Responsible for the trading of strange and unusual goods. Oh, so he has nothing? Okay. So just performative stop signs then? I see, I see. I want to go back to the front, but like, do I really have to hitch a ride? What?
I'm covered in sand.
Take care before all your health is lost.
How embarrassing. Okay, we can go ahead and leave until I have, I guess, like $5 million to buy a watermelon for this lady. 10 watermelons for this lady. But we do have the ones for Yona. Oh, hello. Is that... Oh, a lizard just crawled into the pot? You must capture any lizard that crawls into a pot.
Maybe it's just me, but some of these rules are really stupid.
Oh. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of where Rockworm's life is gonna go. Because I feel like at some point he's going to surely start getting a little pessimistic, right? Like, I'm thinking a loss? I'm not hoping for a loss, but something traumatic's gonna happen where he's gonna lose his cute little baby girl energy, and I'll be so sad about it. Let's see, I don't think there's gonna... Something will surely bring us back into the desert to explore it later, so I think I'm just gonna maybe get this item and then go back to Yona. Oh my god! Oh, wait! Where is he? Where is he? Why are we keep doing this? let me hit you. A wolf fang? Oh right, the item. And I wonder what happened to that wolf shade.
Rules are rules, even if they are absurd.
I don't think they're absurd.
Moldavite?
Oh?
Those rules are important to the masked people.
You don't say.
I do. And I think it's important we respect that.
Well, well. The boy is beginning to sound like a man.
Boy?
Huh?
I'm not a kid, you know.
Hey, less talking, more walking.
Oh. Yes, ma'am. I mean, what? Oh, that was crazy. The way I just did not hesitate. Her voice is just very yes. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that's my absorbing one. Should I change that right now? Dark Gluttony. Let's do the doppelganger one, because we haven't used that one all that much. Oh, it did nothing! Copper ore. Okay. Back we go, back we go. Even though we have to walk to all these areas, I'm glad the map kind of feels like it's so big, but at the same time feels a little condensed. So getting to all these different areas doesn't really take all that long. It's kind of nice. I say, even though this is the longest hallway of my life. Hello. But I guess if that's the case, then it's fine if there's no teleportation. God, it's just also so crazy how all of this feels so like familiar almost. Huh? It's very dark. Is that just me? Am I making this up? I'm gaslighting myself. Perhaps it's just the clouds, you know? Not everything has to mean something, and I gotta remember that. Not everything in this game will be out to get me, surely. Lizard! Like the lizards. It is I, on top of the food chain for the lizards. Okay, so now that we have no information from the king, Rockworm came back. He came back home to see me. Ah, what happened to those other journal entries though? The one that were in the black book. Interestingly enough. Okay, I'm gonna go see if I can get some of the items here. Just like they can give them time to respond maybe. Double my efforts, double the fun. Oh, I'll have to go back to the area at some point and do this task for this guy, I think. Or maybe I don't, you know? We're not here to be completionists. Alright, let me go plan some things too, because surely some of these should be ready. Oh, Baron. Not a thing. Oh my god, are they dying? No! Wait, what am I supposed to do about that? Listen, I was busy. Oh my god, this is the most tragic. I hate that. My gosh. Okay, I feel like while I'm gardening or you know, cleaning up my garden. Oh, they're completely gone. I was kind of hoping I just water it and they'll come back. That's so many plants wasted. Ugh. Okay, but anyways, I said I wasn't going to talk too much about Automata spoilers and like reference the game too much, just so in case anyone else was trying to play it and haven't gotten it to it quite yet. But I feel like there's no way that I can not discuss it. So I think like while I'm doing this specifically, maybe I'll put like a text that says that there are spoilers going on for anyone that wants to skip over. But I definitely do want to kind of talk about the things that are being referenced and things that come up in the games later, because let me tell you, I feel like I'm losing my mind a little bit. And I know that I was trying to say before that there wasn't a connection, or like I haven't seen too many connections between like the games quite yet, other than like they look very similar in the library. But I feel like also I'm trying to avoid pushing too much of it onto each other, if that makes sense. Like I'm just trying to not make myself see things that aren't actually there, and I'm just trying to be very wary of that. So right now I'm kind of in like the mindset of like there's like this fantasy land of magic versus, you know, the sci-fi world of Autonoma. And now I'm starting to just like kind of leave behind the idea that any of this is magic. And just that everything is actually the same. Because like, I think what it really is like a timeline. And this is like the time before humans were completely wiped out. But androids are definitely here. This guy specifically. Because I was trying to think of the ways that like they would be they would have survived the 1400 years, and basically the only two things I could think of was, you know, on the magic side, they were transported through a book or something. But, you know, trying to hone in onto, I feel like I've been playing a lot of sci-fi things and like getting into those concepts. We gotta accept that there's a possibility that the androids have already happened, right? And so one of the things that kind of got me down this path, down this rabbit hole, was thinking about, again, how the ancient civilization was referenced in the desert in Autonoma, and how they basically were being copied, or the machines were copying Facade. And we saw that in the masks, and I think they might have talked about rules every once in a while. and their outfits. But I was trying to put like or imagine what the Autonoma map looked like and put it on top of the Nier Replicant map. And I was like, I mean, the library is like the center, that's the city center, and then the desert's over here. That's not fully fleshed out in my mind, but it's possible. But I feel like the big thing was thinking about Project Gestalt, and I didn't get all of the documents, I don't think, but some of the things that they mentioned were like how it was a disease, or there was a disease that wiped out humanity or was threatening humanity, and so they were trying to find out this way to bring, like, I guess not find a cure, but try to slow it down in a way. And Project Gestalt was the way they separated the soul from the body. And so I think that's like how the androids actually got started, what they were meant for. And so if Black Scrawl is the disease that they were talking about, where they were trying to avoid it spreading, and because like I keep saying that everyone is acting as if it's contagious, and we haven't seen anyone else with the Black Scrawl other than Kaine, and the person that's in Seafront got referenced, but we don't know what they look like. But it's possible that they look like us. So that's just something to kind of in the back of my mind now, like how the story of Project Gestalt and what we know from Nier Autonoma, and how it starts to get referenced more into this and starts to get wrapped into the story. And I'm guessing now we have to find a way to save Yona's soul and protect her, because I don't know if what happens when this disease completely takes over. Kaine looks like she's more advanced in her illness, but we don't really know how long she's had it, and if it's how it's going to affect her in the end. But things for the next planting session, I think. Let's go see Yona and then see where the next part of the story is actually going to take us. I'm also thinking at some point there's going to be another time skip, right? I don't know if it's going to be quite 1400 years like we've already established. I don't know. And honestly, before I thought that maybe they had before I was like, oh, maybe they get sucked into the grimoire if they touch it, and so technically everything that was in the beginning happens after all of these events. And I don't know why I was thinking that, but I was just, I was trying to hone in on the magic concepts. But we'll see. Definitely everything's still working.
Yona?
Oh, hey.
How are you feeling?
Better, now that I'm taking the medicine you brought.
Good.
Oh, she talks so gently too.
By the way, are you gonna stay here today?
Oh, yeah.
You bet.
Really? You'll stay with me? Really?
Yeah, Yona. I'll stay.
Yay!
Oh, my little golden retriever
Now
boy.
get back to bed.
Okay.
I'm so scared what this world will do to you. I'm afraid. I hear a voice. I squint and see a boy standing before me. His hair is silver, his skin is pale, and he stares up at me with hard, glassy eyes. Soon his lips begin to move, but no sound comes out. What is he saying? I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't hear him. I can't. I try to leave, but something about the boy holds my gaze. I watch his face, expressionless, as his lips slowly flutter. What is he trying to say? Wait, it's a phrase. I can almost make it out. It starts with an S, and then there's an E. I can almost see it now. The letters begin to fall together, one after the other, faster and faster. Sealed verse. It's a sealed verse. The thing I'm looking for, the key to saving my sister. I stare at the boy with renowned ferocity, trying desperately to make out the next word. Dream. Dream? What? What the hell does that mean? The lips move again, faster now. Can't follow them. Damn it. can't make it out. I want to scream. I want to tear the walls down around me, but instead, I force myself to be calm. I could do this. I could do it for Yona. Slowly, ever so slowly, I parse out the letters that make up his final words. Forest of Myth. The tree. That woman won't ignore me anymore. Oh, happy day. Oh. Now, where does she go?
Just a dream. Even in my dreams, I'm hunting sealed verses.
We have another story to the house? Oh my god, we're rich. Why can't I afford watermelons?
Morning.
Morning, Yona.
What's wrong? Are you feeling sick too?
No, I had a strange dream.
What was it about?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
'Cause I had a dream too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Me and this boy were playing a game together.
Oh hell no. Get this boy out of here.
What kind of game?
It was called Guess the Words. I think he made it up because I never heard of it before.
How did it work?
The boy would move his mouth, but no words would come out. Then I had to guess what he was trying to say.
Not the shared dreams.
It was hard. I wanted to play hide and seek, but we had to play his dumb game instead.
So what did he say?
How ironic that she wants to play hide and seek with the sealed verse boy.
I don't know. All I could figure out was dream and Forest of Myth.
She's very good at this game.
But don't worry. I'm gonna study hard so that next time I can figure out everything. We should play a game together sometime too.
Sure, Yona.
Now what's that about? They're both having the same dream?
Did somebody order a watermelon?
Yay! You're the best.
Anything else you need?
Actually, I need a pumpkin.
Oh,
All
you
right,
don't
then.
say.
One pumpkin coming right up.
You don't say. Girly pop.
I got your pumpkin, Yona.
Thanks.
You've sure been eating a lot lately.
Oh, I'm not eating them.
You're not?
Are we eating them?
Ta-da! Here you go.
Oh, I'm gonna get this
All
wrong
by
again.
myself.
Is this a cake?
Oh, this is like
Yep. Popola taught me how to
this is
bake
like cooking
one.
in P4
I
Persona.
made it for you in secret.
Wow, Yona, this is... well, it's a surprise for sure.
Come on, try it, try it.
Okay, I didn't give her any prompts. This is not on me.
Yeah, this is so good.
Yay! You're always super busy, so I wanted to make you something to help keep up your strength.
That's really sweet of you, Yona. Thank you.
Sure. Actually, I made like 7 cakes, so there's tons of leftovers.
The life of an elder sibling continues to be a trying experience.
Can I bring one to Kaine?
You're telling me.
Yona's gift is complete. Oh, I can't do anything else for her,
We should play a game together.
but I want to give her everything. Ugh. Okay, I'm guessing we need to go see Popola now and see what she has to say. Maybe she knows more about this forest.
Something troubling you, lad?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it. Come on, I need to go ask Popola something.
The more attached I get, the more I'm convinced that there's surely gonna be a time skip. And I'm gonna lose little baby Rocky. Come on. I'm sad. Oh, hello. Are you new?
Poor girl.
Yona?
Young people always drive themselves.
And yeah, I guess there's no one else in this town with Black Scroll. Because they only started talking about it when we found out that Yona had it. Or I guess in the game they revealed it. Nothing different in the library. Man, these people stick to the routines. They're all about it. I didn't think that was gonna work.
What is the purpose of this
It's the same
place?
trophy room.
Beats me. Maybe it's Popola's hobby corner.
It's the same thing. The trophies.
What's that?
It resembles the shade we saw in the Lost Shrine.
It's that lizard thing we fought in the Eyrie. Who would make a figure of that anyway? And what is it doing here?
I truly never found out if this had a purpose. An automa either, or if it's just show and tell.
This is from the junk heap.
Look at all the pain we set you through, Tease.
For a decoration, it's certainly in poor taste.
And what's this black box? No,
It
stop!
res-
What is this one?
We saw this cube back in the Baron Temple.
Oh, the ones that
Perhaps the
spit.
Prince of Facade gave it to Popola as a gift?
Is Popola watching us? Can we ask her about it?
What's up, Popola?
Oh, hi. I just got a strange letter in the mail.
Dearest Popola, I hope this letter finds you well. I'm writing in hopes of bringing it to your attention a certain dream issue of concern regarding recent events in Dream. In Dream the Village? I was hoping I might be able to get your advice dream on the matter. I'm having a stroke. Someone help. Recently there have been dream reports. Dream of a certain dream. Dream of dream. Evil dream. Empty dream. Cursed dream. Evil dream. Words dream. Dream. Someone. She's way too chill about this letter. Are you kidding me? If someone sent this to me in the mail, I would burn it immediately.
That is certainly one bizarre
horrifying.
piece of writing.
Who's it from?
The mayor of a small village in the Forest of Myth. It's a wooded area up north.
The Forest of Myth?
They're usually a bright and cheerful group of people.
Girl, not when I met
Something
them.
like this is very out of character for them.
Not when I saw
I
them.
have a bad feeling about this.
I'll check it out.
You will? But,
Don't worry about it. I've got business there anyway.
oh, well, alright. Thank you. The Forest of Myth is to the...
We've got business there. Do we take a detour and give that guy his... Oh, hello. Who's that? Who's that? Hey. Oh my god, you actually look different.
Hey there. You mind giving me a hand with this?
Book smarts.
Sure. What's up?
Popola asked me to organize her bookshelves, but it's kind of a big job. I'm hoping you can take
Can I
care
read
of a few
them?
of them. Here. This book goes in the second shelf from the left on the east side of the second floor.
Second shelf, left, east. Hopefully it just tells me. Second shelf, left, east. East looking which way, girly? Like, is this north to you? Oh, wait, I forget. There's actually a map. Is that not right next to her? East. Second shelf. Okay, wait, can I read it? Let me see, maybe Grimoire voice has it. Notes? Documents? Oh. A letter from Yona. Fishing records, weapon stories. Okay.
Here's the spot.
Oh, I wanted to read it so bad! Huh. Okay.
The first book is...
Thank you. Now take this book to the third shelf from the right on the south side of the first floor.
Third shelf from the right.
Hey, Vice?
Yes, lad.
Aren't you all powerful?
Yes, lad.
Can't you just, use magic to zap this place into shape?
The infinite power of Grimoire Vice is not to be used for such trivial tasks.
Trivial.
This isn't trivial.
You are the one so enamored with hard, honest work.
Just the way that he rolls his R's every chance he gets is ridiculous. Can I climb this? No. Performative ladders too. What is this place? Nothing is real here.
The second book is...
Oh wow, that's a huge load off my mind. It's always nice to meet someone else who appreciates the value of a good book, you know?
I mean, I would love to read them.
Anyway, here's your reward.
Book smarts is complete. Okay, let's read these other notes though that I saw. Didn't I read this one? My efforts to cultivating Freezhie has borne fruit. I know it's taken a while, but I didn't contact you until I was sure I could keep my head above water. Now that the money's starting to roll in, I was hoping it would leave the village and come live with me as my wife. I know it's sudden, but I'm not very good at this type of thing, so I figured I'd just ask and let the chips fall where they may. I'll be waiting for you. That was the one for the girl in Airy. Not the lighthouse lady. This is from the mayor of the forest. Dear Rockworm, I'm worried about you. You spend all of your energy focusing on my disease. Whenever I think about how upset you are, it just makes me kind of sad. We did read these. It gets kind of lonely sometimes, but whenever that happens, I just look up at the sky and wonder if it's the same color wherever you are too. Oof. Okay, I don't think we'll need any items, but I don't know if I want to go to the area or not. We'll try getting the item, and then if we can make it, great. If it breaks before we go there, then I'll just go straight to the forest. That's the plan. Okay. Don't shame me though. I'm trying to help.
I'm so sorry, but your package got damaged during delivery.
Yeah, I thought that might happen. Should have bought the guy a nice steel rod or something. Anyway, I've got another one here, so maybe you could try the delivery again?
It'd be kind of funny if they gave you something that progressively gets harder to break. So technically the quest would get easier. Because tell me why I feel like I need it. Alright. I know you hate it over there, girly, but we're gonna have to go. Do you think I can ride the boar and it not break? I feel like as long as I don't run into anything, we'll be okay. Oh, and I also forgot to comment on the music of the dream sequence. It was beautiful. Just didn't want to ruin the immersion, you know what I'm saying? Like how I'm doing now. How you doing back there, buddy? Oh, where'd she go? She got distracted. Okay, luckily there's two quests over here at the same time, though. And I'm curious... Like, we kind of saved the Airy, but are they still gonna hate us? Slash, are we ever gonna see anyone over here? Some iron. You sure I can't take these lunar tears? Still. Oh my god, she doesn't even come over here? Girlie, this is your house. That's your trailer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What?
Oh, crap.
No!
That did not sound
I
good.
can't roll.
I think we broke something.
Oh my
Well,
god.
there is little point
What a disaster. Are you joking?
in finishing the delivery now. Best go back and apologize.
Yeah, I guess.
What is this? What are you gonna give me? A wing? Did not even get through the doors of the Airy. Depressing. Come on, girlie, let's go. See some trees or whatever. okay, you have to be nice to me. We're friends, remember? Now, I wonder if, like, when they didn't talk to me before, maybe that was just kind of by design, because it sounds like the mayor is... I don't know, is he losing it a little bit? Maybe everyone's being affected by something. In the forest over here? Oh my god, that scared me. Okay, let's do a quick save, because I don't think it's... we have... in a minute. The Forest of Myth. Will we see a king? That's my question. Hey.
Beware, beware the words.
The words? What do you mean?
Contagious words. Those who dream.
Those who dream?
Hold a moment. There is a strange new sensation in my mind.
Weiss's voice rose in a quizzical way.
It is not quizzical.
What?
What's going on?
The villager's body shuddered as he slowly opened his eyes.
Perhaps we should start by asking this man.
What is this?
Who are you?
We heard something happened to this village, so we came to see if we could help.
He can talk now? Was he sleeping? The mayor stared at Rockworm and Weiss.
If you can speak to me, I must have caught you in my dream.
Oh my god. Honk shoes.
In your dream?
The mayor explained. In the past weeks, a mysterious disease called Death Dream had spread across the Forest of Myth. Those who caught it were cursed to fall asleep and live forever within the world of their own dreams. The village mayor had determined the death dream was spread from person to person by spoken words, but before he could learn more, the disease took him as well. Weiss stared at the mayor, his mouth twitching slightly.
Now see here. Are you saying that we have been absorbed into your dream?
Well, yes. I think you have.
In other words, we've caught the death dream?
Before the mayor could confirm Rockworm's suspicion, Weiss exploded with rage.
Ridiculous. Preposterous. Completely unfathomable on every conceivable level. I don't even recall falling asleep.
There are 3 R's in that sentence, and 2 out of the 3 all rolled.
That's just how the death dream works.
Though polite, the mayor was clearly trying to brush aside the book's remarks.
My remarks are not to be brushed aside, fool.
The mayor twisted his mouth into an embarrassed grimace, and quickly changed the subject to who Rockworm had seen and what they had discussed since coming to the village.
Something there must have caused you to enter my dream. A certain conversation, a specific word, something.
It got dark. This is trippy. What is happening? Rockworm and Weiss racked their brains, but they could find no easy solutions. There were simply too many words to consider, too much random chatter, and too many meaningless conversations.
Grimoire Weiss does not engage in meaningless conversations.
The mere suggestion that Weiss chose his words carelessly seemed to sting his pride.
It does not seem to sting my pride, you bloated gasbag of a narrator.
This is so crazy.
It has demolished it utterly.
Irritated, Weiss looked skyward as if searching for answers in the heavens.
I was doing no such thing. Just leave me alone already.
The anger created by his harsh words bled over to Rockworm like a contagion. Wait, Rockworm said suddenly. Did someone just say contagion? Yes, I believe so. What of it? Well, the villager told us to watch for contagious words, right? The mayor leaned forward with a renewed interest, pushing the startled Weiss aside in the process. He must have said something, right? Asked the mayor. Some specific combination of words. What was it? It was about dreaming or something. That dreams or... Oh, what the hell was it? A sheep? Cried Weiss suddenly, blurting out the first thing that popped into his head. The others stared at him for a moment before slowly shaking their heads. After a few more minutes of thought, Rockworm's face suddenly lit up. Oh, I remember. He said, those who dream. He said, that's what he said, I'm sure of it. At this, the mayor produced a thick sheaf of papers from his pocket. He flipped through them a few times before finally nodding his approval at Rockworm. That's right, he said. A stray sheet of paper fluttered to the ground. My notes also mentioned something about that. I bet it was the last thing you heard before you fell asleep. The mayor shook his head, his worn pencil stub tracing lines across the lone piece of paper. For the last month, I've done nothing but study the disease we call the death dream, he said. I mean, I'm the mayor, right? It's my job to protect the people from whatever comes along, but I've never expected a couple of outsiders to start entering people's dreams. The mayor paused, a grimace crossing his face. I should probably be taking notes or something. Vice immediately fired back. I applaud the force it takes to research a disease in your dreams, he said, but perhaps we should bend your efforts in escaping this place instead of trying to understand it. The mayor's hand tightened around his pencil, snapping off the tip. I've tried to escape. For the very first moment I realized I was locked inside my own dream. I've been looking for a way out, but I don't think it exists. I mean, this is my dream, right? If there was an exit, I'd know about it. He paused for a moment, his unfocused eyes staring at nothing. My village was beautiful, he said to no one in particular, and it was filled with the most wonderful people you could ever meet. But once this disease took hold, things changed. It's like someone took a sponge and soaked all the color out of our lives. I just want us to be whole again. I want us to be free. And I won't stop trying until it happens. Rockworm nodded in agreement. Huh? Wait a second, I didn't nod. Look, if we could be of any help, said Rockworm, just ask. Now hold on, I did not just say that. Silence, cried Vice. The grimoire looked from Rockworm to the mayor and back again, his face filling with confidence. Grimoire Vice's face is always confident, thank you very much. Now see here, Mayor, you told us that nothing can exist in this dream without your knowing of it, but yet you seem surprised to see us when we first arrived, yes? The mayor slowly raised his head, realization dawning on his face. Oh my god, he said. You're right. I had no idea you were coming. The human imagination is a limitless engine, said Vice. The dreams are fueled. If you can imagine an exit, then it must be so. With your permission, we shall search it out. Thank you, said the mayor. I don't know how I can repay you. Payment is not required. We are as eager as you to be done with this place. The mayor suddenly felt it as if he could breathe again. He'd almost forgotten what it was like. Good luck, you two. He called out the departing forms of Rockworm and Vice. We're all counting on you. As Rockworm slowly faded into the misty forest, the mayor was struck by a sense of deja vu. I saw this man once before, he thought, but where? Rockworm's moon darkened as he trudged through the forest. Am I gonna do this whole dungeon like this? Is this gonna be like a choose your own adventure book? You know, what is going on? Hours earlier, when the beauty of the place was still a new thing, he'd been confident that he could get in, find the exit, and be home in time for dinner. But the deeper they went, the more the forest closed in around him. The mist made it difficult to see more than a foot in any direction, and moss-covered rocks seemed determined to twist his ankle. More than once he'd been forced to steady himself through the rough bark of a tree, and his hands now left small trails of blood on everything he touched. Why do I feel like this game's about to end? Like, why do I feel like I'm about to hit a bad ending of Nier Replicant? Additionally, Vice was proving to be spectacularly poor traveling companion. Unhindered by either terrain or physical effort, he spent most of his time urging Rockworm to pick up the pace and grumbling about their slow progress. Finally, after Vice had muttered something about legless turtles being more adept at navigating the environment, Rockworm snapped. Okay, Vice, cram it for a second, would you? You don't have to walk. Oh my god, it's beginning. I'm losing him, y'all. Help. Rockworm leaned against a tree and tried to stretch the knots from his back. How can this stupid forest be so big? He muttered to himself. The moment the words I'm not meant for this lifestyle. The moment the words tumbled from his mouth, a cacophony of insects sprang to life. Every imaginable form of buzz, click, and hiss roared at the volume that rattled his teeth. Rockworm slapped his hands over his ears and screamed to be heard. Vice! What's going on? Rockworm could not see Vice's mouth moving, but he might as well have been shouting in a tornado. The insect screamed, the forest howled. And then, just as Rockworm's ears seemed to ready to tear from his head and go running for cover, the sound diminished. Hesitantly, he removed the hand from his left ear and listened to the creatures of the woods. Zree! Zree! Woman? Oh. Wooba! As the insect symphony dimmed another decibel, Rockworm began to detect patterns in the sound. This isn't random, he thought. It's not just white noise, it's something else. The insects weren't just calling out, they were asking a question. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? By my pages, is this a riddle? I guess so. I mean, it feels sort of forced, but maybe it's the key to getting out of this place? Then I leave you to answer. 1 with it is lacking, 2 with it is ideal, 3 with it is dangerous. What is it? Okay. 3 with it is dangerous? What is it? The answer is a secret. A seesaw. How should I know? This is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing. Why do I feel like it's a seesaw? Because like 2 people, you want 2 people to seesaw. And the third person's in danger if there's a third person. Something that's ideal with 2 people but dangerous with 3. Oh, it's a seesaw. Weiss's mouth flew open, but before he could say anything, the world suddenly shifted. Shik. When Rockworm came to, he was once again surrounded by the sound of insects. The cries of insects were creating words he had heard somewhere before. 1 with us lacking, 2 with ideal, 3 with dangerous. Oh my god, this music! Oh, 3 people. Okay, listen here. When I read this, I thought it meant someone with 3 secrets was dangerous. I did not think it meant 3 people with the same secret. Okay, I'm following. Inwardly furious that Weiss left the task to him, Rockworm sighed and gave the only answer that made sense. It's a secret. Right? The sound of the insect stopped as suddenly as it began. The forest undergrowth parted before Rockworm like the rippling wave, opening a new path. These forest arthropods are making a road for us, said Weiss with glee. Pleased with the passing attest, Rockworm moved onto the new intensity. The path offered his body relief from the undergrowth, but gave even greater cheer to his mind. As long as they were on a path, their journey had a purpose. I guess the forest accepted us, huh? Said Rockworm after a bit. Weiss spun around to face his companion. Do not mistake the will of the forest for some happy pet you can suddenly befriend. We have no idea where this path leads. As Weiss finished speaking, the pair turned a corner and found themselves facing a clear forest spring. Smiling, Rockworm picked up a small rock and sent it skipping across the surface of the water. I'm sure this is beautiful. I have FOMO. Good heavens, said Weiss. His surprise was understandable. Each time the rock struck the surface of the water, a musical note rang out. When the rock finally stopped moving and sank to the bottom of the spring, the ripples it left behind came together to form words. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? Absurdly easy, barked Weiss. Now answer it. Rockworm grit his teeth and tried not to reach out to strangle his companion. He's right. After all, this one's pretty easy. I enter through the window, but break no glass. When night falls, I vanish. What am I? A bird. Sunlight. A plume of water suddenly burst from the spring. Sunlight filtered through the trees and reflected off the plume, creating a shimmering rainbow that spanned the entire horizon. In all my years, said Weiss softly, I've never seen such a sight. Okay. Well, let's just talk about that, how insulting that is. It's like, oh, the most beautiful sight that I've ever seen. You don't get to see it. Oh, this is a scam. Perhaps I misunderstood the intentions of this place. Hey, look, cried Rockworm, awaking Weiss from his daze. There's a house or something over there. Glancing in the direction of his friend's extended hand, Weiss saw a small cottage nestled among the trees. It's weird, isn't it, Vice? I mean, who would build a house all the way out here? Rockham walked over and pounded on the door. After a minute of solid banging, the door cracked open and a small man peered out. His body was cloaked from neck to toe in a large black cape, while his face was obscured by mist. Rockham began. Before he could get any further, the cloaked man held up a hand and began speaking. I have 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but by the end of the night with 3. What am I? Rockham tried to ask the cloaked man who he was and what he was doing there, but he simply repeated the question. If we wish to engage this man in conversation, said Vice, it seems we must answer his riddle. Yeah, I suppose. Well, at least it's an easy one. 4 legs in the morning and 2 at noon, but end the night with 3. What am I? A man. The way that they have the intense battle music while like doing these quizzes is actually very nutty. The mist dissolved from the cloaked figure as he spoke a single word. Correct. And with that, the man flung his garment aside, revealing his true identity. You're the mayor, cried Rockworm. The small man slowly shook his head. I'm not the mayor you know. Now listen to my words. Long ago, I saw a version of you that was not yourself. Sorry? What does that mean? It will make sense in time. At present, I simply congratulate you on cracking the seal of the death dream. Now you must go to the person at the forest entrance. With that, the man turned on his heel and slammed the door behind him. As Rockworm watched, mist seeped from the ground and enveloped the cottage, erasing it from existence. When Rockworm and Vice returned to the forest entrance, they found the mayor leaning against a tree. As soon as he caught sight of the duo, he sprang to his feet and scrambled over to them. Good gravy, he cried out. You made it! You actually made it back. His left hand grasped Rockworm's and pumped it so fiercely it threatened to dislodge from the socket, while his right seized Vice over by the cover and swung him through the air. By the heavens, stop shaking me, fool. We have not even told you if we were successful or not. The mayor smiled broadly and shook his head. I'm just happy you're alive. I didn't think I'd see you again. Rockworm withdrew himself from the mayor's eager handshake with a slight smile. We broke the death dream seal, he said. At least, I think we did. The mayor's face beamed as Rockworm filled him in on details. When the tale was done, the 3 of them laid down on the forest ground and fell asleep. Rockworm cocked his head. Okay, hang on a second. This is crazy. Why would we just lay down and go to sleep? Cease your endless prattle and go to sleep, fool. Fighting against the rules of this place is futility itself. Rockworm and the mayor obediently reclined atop the grassy earth. Have you forgotten? Continued Vice. It is words that control the death dream, words that allow us to move from place to place. No matter how unnatural they seem, the words are absolute. Therefore, if the words tell us to sleep, then sleep we shall. And we do. The story will continue. And with that, the trio found their eyes growing heavy, their breath slowing. This is the time, began the mayor. This first time I have felt tired since I was imprisoned here. His words were cut off by a loud, long yawn, and he remembered nothing more. They might have slept for an hour or a year. When they awoke, things had slightly more real quality to them. The mist felt thicker, the leaves greener, and it was clear that they had awakened from their dream. Rockworm shook the mayor's shoulder gently. Good news, he said. I think we made it. Oh, wow, said the mayor in an awed voice. We did it. I'm back. He blinked once again, and then again, as if not quite believing the sight before him. You two have no idea how much this means. The death dream was spreading through our village, and I wanted to. Well, I thought I could figure out how to stop it, but I guess that wasn't the case. I must have caught the disease and been trapped in my own dream. The mayor started to stand, then collapsed back to the earth. He stared at his legs as if trying to remember how they worked, then glanced at Rockworm and shrugged. Without a word, the young man reached down and pulled the mayor to his feet. Real life may take some getting used to, said the mayor as a very wry smile across his face. You shall relearn this in short order, I am sure, said Vice. For now, you shall return to your home and rest. No, said the mayor, swaying on his feet unsteadily. No, I can't. Some of the village are still trapped in the death dream. I have to save them. The mayor slowly made his way to the divine tree in the center of the village, then bowed his head and prayed silently. This is a holy tree, he explained when the prayer was finished. It's the guardian of our village's history and the memories. Superstition will only make our mission harder, muttered Weiss. We should not put our faith in the gods. The mayor shook his head. Not the gods. The words. Legend says that our tree is home to a powerful magic known as a sealed verse. Rockman and Weiss could not contain their surprise. It seemed a goal had been found in the most unexpected of places. I say, muttered Weiss, this is certainly a stroke of luck. As the three of them said their goodbyes, Rockworm mentioned the strange man who had given them the third riddle and the mysterious words he had left with him. I once saw a version of you that was not yourself, muttered the mayor. What in the world does that mean? Lost in thought, he stared into space for a long moment. You know, he said softly, this is going to sound odd, but I had a feeling that I'd seen you before too. Rockman tried to keep a straight face and failed, but the mayor didn't seem to notice. Deja vu, right? Anyway, I figure it's just some kind of illusion created by the death dream. It probably doesn't mean anything. Rockman gave the mayor a nod and a smile, but inwardly his thoughts were racing. There's something wrong about the mayor and his words. And what exactly is going on here? That riddle would prove to be the most difficult one of all. Something wrong about the mayor and his words.
Oh, thank you so much. Now I can finally return to a normal life.
Jeez, me too, buddy. Me too.
This is one of the most bizarre diseases I have ever encountered.
I know. That's why we have to help the other villagers, no matter what.
Dark execution. Summon magical spikes from the ground and impale enemies. Charge to increase the number of spikes. Now listen here.
For a sealed verse, that didn't take much effort.
Yes, all a touch too easy if you ask me. It's almost as if someone was guiding us to this village.
Don't overthink advice.
Now let's take a look at this ability, shall we? Okay, we did have that in the beginning, I believe. But it's very reminiscent of a certain pod program. I may have to give up on talking about Autonoma. of avoiding talking about Autonoma during this game. Because man, when the thoughts be thinking, it's hard. Okay, but it looks like we can actually talk to everyone here now. Are you also asleep?
This person must be dreaming too.
Oh my god, do I have to go into their dreams also with the words?
It would appear that way, yes.
I have to do this for every person? God.
Can't say I'm very excited to go back there. That dream world sort of creeps me out.
I just feel like if we do this for everyone, then we'll get something, right?
Perhaps you should spend less time complaining and more time getting on with the mission.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 yeahs. 2 confirmations. I breathe air scented with death and resist the urge to laugh, for I know it will sound like the words of a madman. How long have I been in this fresh hell? My box, my prison, is tucked beneath a stairway in the long, unused catacombs of some infinite castle. Outside, I hear the sounds of a funeral dirge that plays without end. Infinite castle. Funeral dirge that plays without end. Light has no place here. Wind has a forgotten friend, and I pray for death to come. But he forsakes me. Time passes, and eternity slips in by a single tick of the clock. Someone knocks on my prison. Anywhere there? I hear an unfamiliar voice say. My savior! I claw the door of my jail, embedding the thick splinters under my ragged nails. I scream for help. I laugh. I sob. Surely this is the product of my addled mind. Surely it cannot be true. Help me! I cry. For the love of all gods, help me! Impossibly, I hear the sound of a lock being torn out and falling on the floor. As the door slowly creaks open, I have just enough time to see the silver-haired boy and a floating book before the light pour inside. My eyes, accustomed to the blackness, explode with pain, and I am forced to turn away. Who are you? I ask, shaking my hands over my face. How have you come to this place? I am Grimoire Weiss, and this is Rockworm. Long have we been searching for you. Now come, stand. We shall awaken from this nightmare together. The one known as Rockworm extends his hand and pulls me out from the cell. Though my eyes are slow to adjust to freedom, my ears are as keen as ever, and they recognize this staccato that sounds of the heavy rain. Staccato sounds of the heavy rain. I never thought I would hear that sound again. I whisper. Would that this were not such a terrible storm, said Grimoire Weiss. Look at your feet. I force my eyes open and see water pooling around my ankles and lapping at my shins. There's so much of it. Yes, and more comes each moment we delay. If we do not make our good our escape, we shall all drown in this castle. We know you are weak, but you are our only hope to survive this place. Time, that long-forgotten friend, made itself known again. I nodded my head and swore to save my rescuers no matter the cost. The castle catacombs are a maze, twisting upon themselves like an endless entrails of a giant. The music. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed north. Oh. It is a choose-your-own-adventure! At the end of the corridor, I find a row of 20 gorgeous canopied beds resting atop the carpet of velvet. All are covered in a thick layer of dust and cobwebs. Searching for the door in the next room, I come upon a shapeless mass of gray matter. It has been shoved against the side wall, and despite my fever, I think I see the outlines of a door just beyond. When I reach out a finger and touch a piece of the mass, it turns to dust and drifts away in the wind. Realization slowly dawns, and I fall to my knees and weep. Corpses. I face the mountain of charred and crumbling corpses. I look from it to the beds and back again until the horror dawns full upon me. Someone has piled these bodies into a tower and set them ablaze. Whether they were alive or dead, I do not know. Insanity will not permit me to consider the proposition further. I make a sound, whether scream or laughter, I cannot be certain. Then my mind grants me merciful blackness, and I find myself opening the door and leaving the most terrible of rooms. I squint down the dim corridors. Proceed east. We just went north. Why would we go north? I mean south. What north? Squint down the dim corridors. Now we go. We just came from south. Go west. The end of the path. A row of heavy wooden casks lie on their sides in the dark chamber. Doubtless they are filled with wine. My thirst roars to life. I cannot remember the last time my parched throat had relief. I scramble to the first cask and pull frantically at the cork. The theft of a few cups mean nothing, I tell myself. The cask will be ruined by the flood regardless. Finally, the cork surrenders to my attack, and thick red liquid bursts forth from the hole. This is no wine. It is the blood still warm from the body. Whether animal or something else, I cannot say. Do not ask me to drink it. Do not ask me to drink it. Please do not ask me to drink it. The foul liquid soon mixes with the rising floodwaters, creating a warmth that laps against my thighs. Wow, the gods. Are the rest of these casks filled with blood as well? Oh god, okay. I thought they were gonna make me take a sippy sip, and I was like, absolutely not. I lack the courage to confirm my suspicion. Disgust quickly becomes fear as I turn to flee, but my weakened legs betray me, sending me toppling over to the red ocean below. The smell of death is everywhere. It threatens to consume me. I must escape this hell. Crawling on all fours like an animal, holding back screams lest any foulness enter my mouth, I lurch forward through the red waters and out the room to freedom. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed east. And go south. And go north. We go north. At the end of the path, the waters rise to my waist, exhausting me both physically and spiritually. I pray this is the way out. Eventually I can stand this side of the waters no longer, and so my eyes turn upward. I imagine, to my surprise, when I see a series of paintings hanging on the faded plaster wall. Each depicts a person in the prime of life, clad in clothing of the highest quality. The styles, however, are strange to me, leading me to believe that these people had lived long, long ago. One subject wears an outfit that particularly catches my eye. It is constructed of a thin, breezy cloth and decorated with a motif of flowers and birds. While encircling the figure's waist is a leather belt of the most perfect construction. It is a stunning costume, even by modern standards. As I gaze at the portrait, I am struck by desire to touch it with my own hands. You're very welcome to have more than two hands if you want. Yet, As I extend a single finger to the painting, I am gripped by a most unpleasant feeling. Staring closely at this image, I see it bend and warp into the shape of another finger. Something behind the picture is pointing at me. Is it another prisoner? A fellow inmate trapped for eternity of this place? Is it a Spider-Man meme? I cannot let it pass, and so I seize the portrait with both hands and throw it into the water. The wall is hollow behind the painting, and inside I can just make out a body. Whether or not as a prisoner, there would be no rescue. The poor soul is long dead. Scraps of clothing lie on the floor around the bones. Only a small amount of fabric has survived, but it features the same delicate designs that were depicted in the portrait. I'm admiring the row of corpses blocked from view by portraits of each victim at their pinnacle. Enough! Shielding my eyes, I paddle forward through the water. I squint down the dim corridors and proceed south. The water has risen to my chin and now laps greedily in my mouth and nose. "You dumb bastard!" shouts Rockworm. He surely desires to say more, but the rest of his insult is cut short by the rising water. Did we just fail this? Grimoire Vice, wet and tattered, floats on the water's surface. It is already too late for him? This wasn't how it was supposed to end? Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up! Oh. That's so fucking rude. Are you joking? Okay, here's the thing. Am I gonna have to do the mares all over again too? Sick and twisted. Sick and twisted. No way. Surely I've already talked to you. Surely you're... yeah, you're awake.
Now I can finally return to a normal life.
I don't know if I
This is one of the most bizarre.
actually saved after that last one. Or after I did the mares and that's why it saved there, or if it was being generous to me. I regret to inform everyone here that this forest is fucked. This forest is... they're goners. They will go down in history. We already know that humanity is kind of, you know, not gonna make it, so I'm sorry. This is where your story ends. That's insane. Oh gosh. Anyways, man. The good thing we didn't get attached to those fellows, am I right?
So how was the village?
Kinda jump scare.
Oh, it was truly magnificent. There are no words.
Neat.
Let's get back to Popola. She'll probably want to know what's going on in there.
Neat. Does she miss people? She just kind of sounded a little jealous there for a second, you know?
Get out of my way! I have to save Yona!
Calm down. You cannot prevail if you are blinded with rage.
God, I was gonna say he got angry. I mean, I am too, after all that. Not gonna lie. Yo, that was wild. That was so crazy. I feel that might be something where down the line, maybe we'll do like a walkthrough to do it. I might want to see like what will actually happen. Like if that's a quest that's gonna be worth to do. But like saving a whole village seems like something that would, you know, be kind of like you would get like a nice little scene after that, you know? But I cannot believe like you actually have to pick the right directions to get out of that place. Like what the hell? Again, I can't believe I'm saying this twice in this segment. P4 coded. You gotta get everything exactly right, or you know what? People will die. Let me grab this. Okay, I think we're going to Popola and tell her don't go looking for anyone over there anymore. And I'm also curious if like how much of that is meant to be alluding to things. They're saying the paintings and the pictures or the bodies were the people in the paintings, and I mean when they were describing it, it just kind of sounded like I imagined Kaine and like people that looked like Rockworm. to be the ones there, but maybe I'm just projecting. Man, I'm winded. I'm winded from all that reading. Hey, girly.
The death dream certainly is a strange illness.
Yeah, it was something all right.
Even I, with my natural love for words, have no desire to visit that place ever again.
He's so real for that.
You guys did well. You've been making a lot of long trips lately. Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. I can't just sit around all day while Yona's sick after all.
If you say so.
So, anything I can do for you?
Well, I suppose there is one thing I could use a hand with. Have you heard about our plans to repair the canal? The work probably won't happen
broken?
for a while.
How does a canal
but once
break?
It's done, we can use the canal for trade and travel and all kinds of useful things. Unfortunately, however, we're a bit behind schedule at the moment.
I wonder if that's that sailboat that's down by the river?
If you're willing to help out, I'd really appreciate it.
No problem. What do you need?
Great. So, the man I originally asked to help on this project hasn't shown up for work in a few days. I'm starting to get a little worried. So, maybe you can head over to Seafront and check up on him? I'll mark the location of his house on your
Okay,
map.
so I'm also wanting to go back to Seafront because Devila sent us there for a job and I couldn't figure out where to go for that. And then I want to see if that lady will have more quests
He
to do.
always carries a red bag over his shoulder, so he should be easy enough to find.
Got it.
Got it. Okay, so let's go over to the tavern and see if Devila can give us this little task again. Because I went over there and I could not find. I can't even remember what I was looking for last time.
Canal, is it? Fascinating. If we had a ferry, we could put these days of endlessly running about behind us.
You're the one who won't me teleport.
Don't you just float everywhere anyway?
Do you think I am borne aloft by the winds, lad? It takes stamina to maintain this height.
Oh, really?
You could at least try to hide the utter dismay, you know.
The black scrawls in our village now.
Leave me and my black scrawl alone.
Oh, you want a different job?
I think
Which
so.
job should I give you first?
The postman's request.
I've got a job from the postman in Seafront. He needs your help with a personal matter.
See, this I can go find.
I wrote down the client's location on your map.
Oh,
so
no.
head over there to get the details.
That's Seafront, right? Okay. And I think that's just the post office. Oh. Huh? Oh.
Apparently, you can sometimes find eagle eggs in places where you find ore. Oh, I know you can sell them for lots of money, but please don't.
What do you want me to do with them? Do you want me to hatch them? I am not ready to be an eagle daddy. I'm sorry. I'm just not. Oh, hello. You're never here. You look different. You look like you should be hosting a game show on daytime television.
I don't think so. Why? Is something wrong?
When I got home, I found a note from him that said he was leaving and not to look for him. What if he's left the village? Please, you have to help me. I'll pay you whatever you want. My son shouldn't be too hard to spot. He wears a very odd hat. You can see it from a mile away.
A very odd hat?
Okay. If I see him, I'll let him know his father is worried about him.
I mean, he probably left the village, right? But now I feel the very strong urge to find some people out here slaying and serving. And a big hat. Ugh, y'all ask so much of me. Okay, but back to Seafront. I'm glad we can at least do like 2 things while we're out there. And take care of both of these quests. This job and this quest. Hey, girly. What is this health bar? Who is, where is... What is going on? Is it him? He was all the way over there. That's weird. Anyways. Man, that... that forest, am I right? That's so bananas to me. A very interesting concept for sure. And like, I'm not surprised that there's like the big walls of text to read. It was very surprising in Autonoma, but I don't know. I guess it was something that was like to be more expected since I've seen it in the other game. But that was something. That was literally like a whole dungeon done just by like spoken word, and that's so wild to me. Listen, if I wasn't playing this, if I wasn't already playing this and recording it, I would have been like, I'm gonna listen to a recording of someone else doing this. Which may have been the situation for you all today. Hello, I love your bag. You are also slaying and serving. Did you steal that?
Hey, are you the guy who's supposed to help repair the canal? Popola sent me to...
Oh god, it's over. My life is over.
Hello?
Surely you must realize nothing good can come of being involved with this particular endeavor.
Easy,
I don't know, I kind of like
Vice.
him.
Hey, so, are you alright?
It's my wife. She left home a week ago and hasn't come back.
Jesus, everyone's just running away out here.
I'm so worried I can't even focus on my work. Oh, my sweet dumpling, where are you?
God.
Wow, that's terrible. Would you like us to help you look for her?
Really? You do that for me?
Sure. But do you have any idea
This guy
where
should
we
not be
start?
so flattered. I'd literally do everything for everyone. My threshold for helping people is extremely low, sir.
Well, she always used to enjoy drinking at the tavern with her friends.
Alright, then I guess we'll start with them.
Thank you. This means the world to me. Oh, and by the way, my wife always carries a red bag, just like mine. If you mention that, it might ring some bells.
We knew this bag. We knew this bag was gonna be his whole character trait.
I've met some odd couples in my day, but none who felt the need to wander about flaunting matching luggage.
You need to get with the times. Coordinated outfits are all the rage. Plus, these bags are special. We bought them for our anniversary. But now my sweet dumpling is gone. And it's all my fault.
I'm scared.
Okay. Just stay calm. We'll go look for her, alright?
Oh, they're making a big deal out of this man in this bag. Like, am I gonna find the bag in the belly of a beast?
That man knows more about his wife absconding than he's letting on.
Joke's on you. I don't know what that means. Is that a good thing? Okay, so while I go look up the word absconding, I'll come back with the definition. But I think that's a good place to end, because otherwise I will simply not stop playing. But we'll continue on with the quest that we have in Seafront, and I definitely want to go over to the lighthouse lady and see if she has something for us next time we get back into Nier Replicant.